Come on, come on, come on. On the Tuesday night edition, we are live on the WJRG television network, and we're excited tonight. So much football that took place over the weekend, and I got a panel that got some explaining to do tonight. I'm Dr. Jerry Green, along with my good friend and the producer of this show, Big Don from Big Don Production. What's up, Don?
Everything's good, man.
All right. And all the way in Frederick, Maryland, my brother-in-law that picked the Jacksonville over Buffalo. How you doing, Larry? God bless you.
I'm doing great. I'm doing outstanding. All the old people going
home. And Larry did call me last night. Well, let y'all know after the game, I got that phone call from Larry. After Rodgers got knocked out. Every moment moving, his brother's always around. I got like the living room set in the back. Brother Kendall Tyson. What's up, my brother?
Oh, my God. I have never been so wrong so many times on a sports show or a year in my entire life.
All right. And the legend himself, Bruce Austin. What's up, Bruce? God bless you.
Everything's beautiful, brother.
Looking
good. They falling like some weak dominoes, man.
All right, looking good. And our sports legend that got a nice news report in our January newsletter, Anthony McLean. What's up, my brother?
You can't leave Matthew Stafford with a minute and a half left to win. You just can't. You just can't.
We got to talk about that one too, man. But I'm going to let Larry get going. But I do want to make an announcement that on March the 28th is going to be our first Big Don Production and Jerry Green's Gospel Showcase at the Dixville Q House on Dixville Avenue, man. We're back in the community. We're back on Dixville Avenue. I'm excited, that God opened that door for us, and looking forward to a great time and trying to get the people from the Dixville Avenue area to come out and enjoy themselves as well. So,
hey, Jerry,
yeah,
I was born and raised over there, 3 Northeast Drive, and I did my very first ever when I first started teaching karate. Ted Hogan, Diane Brown, and Sean all wanted me to teach, and my very first ever karate teaching 10 young fellas was at the Dixville Community Q House.
All right, man.
Very first fashion show was there. Everything in my life.
All right. We're looking forward to, like I said, coming back to New Haven. West Haven was great. Don't get me wrong. We had some great shows out there, but bringing it back to the community is going to be big, especially for what we're trying to accomplish, with the people. All right, Larry, do your thing, my brother.
Okay. First thing I wanted to start off with is Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin with the Pittsburgh Steelers for 19 years. After Jim Harbaugh got fired last week, Tomlin didn't feel very comfortable. Even they had a couple of conversations with interviewing him, asking him how he feels about the noise, and he didn't answer the question. He just said he's focused on this, and that's all he's focused on. He don't care what anybody else thinking or what they're talking on the street. But I think he decided that he was not, they didn't love no more in Pittsburgh, and that his past record over the past 10 years wasn't good. And he actually decided to call it in before last night's game. Before he even lost. So
let me ask you a question though. Do you think that was a good move for him though, or what?
Yes, because after watching the game, everybody put up a sign. The standard is the standard, and he wasn't meeting those standards. Pittsburgh is it's a city of champions. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
if you can't win a championship,
He won one.
You just can't be. Just like in Dallas, if you can't win a championship, guess what? You're no good.
But he won one though. He won the Super Bowl there. So,
but it's been 10 years ago. We got that 10-year rule. We got that 10-year rule. You can't got the 50-year rule like they got in Dallas.
No, don't bring it down. Don't bring it down. Like, don't do that. Don't do that.
He always trying to slide one in on Dallas.
Go ahead, Bruce. No, don't bring it down. Like, go ahead, Bruce.
Check it out. I think that was a perfect move for both of them, man. Whether he got fired, forced to step down, I think it's time for a change. It might benefit both of them, Tomlin and Pittsburgh.
All right.
After 19 years, sometimes it benefits you to move on and, settle into something new. You know what I mean?
Zach, the coach from Baltimore. Go ahead, Don. What do you think about Mike Tomlin?
Well, I think it was a great move. He probably thought up in the front office they were going to get rid of him anyway.
Yeah.
He wanted to go out on his own terms, and that's what he did. But, everybody saw something coming with Pittsburgh, so that was it. And
for a black coach, he did real good, too. Go ahead, Kendall.
Well, he did very well, but what happened to him with a 201, 126-2 record, 7 division titles, and 13 playoff appearances, he was actually 8-12 in his last playoff appearances, losing his last 7, and he never had a losing season. Always 500 or better. He never got a chance to draft that quote unquote franchise quarterback. I mean, he won it. He won it with did he win with Roethlisberger at the end? Yeah, but see Tomlinson, Roethlisberger was a holdover from Tomlinson, and then Chuck Noll had Terry Bradshaw. I mean, he was always right there, and he just he did as well as can be with the record that he had and the talent that he was able to have access to. So it is what it was. It was time.
All right. Let me go Pastor Walt, and I'll go to you, Anthony. Go ahead, Pastor, on Mike Tomlin.
I think it was the right thing to do. Sometimes, you get tired of the same voice. But to say that Larry said that you can't win, man, he's the only one to retire without a losing record. I mean, he's up there by himself. He never. Oh, you said he couldn't. Yeah, I thought I heard you said that. He never had a losing record. No one else can say that. He never had a losing record at all. And so, but I think it was time. But the other thing is, like Kendall said, he never had a decent quarterback. I mean, win out of all the thing is just win, and the standard. Those are his words. So he put up the standards. He is the standard. No, that's what you said. You said he can't live up to the standard. He is the standard. He set the standard. Those are his words. The standard is the standard. But I think it was the right thing to do, rather than he earned the right to step down and not be fired. Put it that way. He earned that right to step down and not to be forced out, because that organization, they don't fire any of them. They only had 3 coaches, since we've been alive. So you know what I mean? So, he earned that right, to step down. And I was trying to think today when I heard that, I was like, so what year did he go into the playoff where he was supposed to win? He wasn't supposed to win this year, that's for sure. The Texans were better than them. They had a better team. I think it was one year he started off, I think it was like 13-3. He started off really good, but they had a weak schedule. And by the time they started playing people, it still showed up. So I don't think he ever, it might have been a couple out of 19 years where he actually went in like, okay, this is their year. They better win it. I don't think he was ever the favorite, and most of those years that he just got there with, smoke and mirrors, he got him into the playoffs most of the time. So, but I think it was time to, to try something different, just as it was with Harbaugh. And trust me, it might be that same way. Look, Andy Reid had a great record at Philly, and he changed and went to Kansas City. Same thing. It was just It's just time to move on and try something.
Change the environment. Go ahead, Anthony. And Anthony, also, I want to add to that. Can't hear you. You all right?
Oh, no. I was going to say, I mean, I really can't add much more. I mean, they've gone through 6 quarterbacks since Roethlisberger retired. So they've never really were able to replace him. Again, 3 coaches in a 50-year span. I mean, you can't get more stability than the next person that comes in there is going to have to do a great job. I don't think he's going to be appreciated until he's on. It's going to be interesting to see what happens the first couple of years, where they're going to go, who they're going to draft. And yeah, he went out on his own. I think that's the most important thing, is that he wasn't forced out. He didn't wear out his welcome to a certain extent. He left on his own terms. I do think he'll resurface again. I would not be surprised if somebody, let's say Atlanta or maybe even the Giants, will take him, because he is a guy that's going to have to go someplace where he can change the culture. That's why I think it's funny, because as he was doing his news conference today, Baltimore was doing theirs, and the question came up to the owner: would you hire Tomlin? He said only if Harbaugh goes to Pittsburgh. So
I can see that too.
Yeah, and see, this is and the thing about it is, this year, this is going to be the most interesting coaching carousel in a long time, because you got 9 openings. You've got 2, in a sense, Hall of Fame coaches out there for the taking, and then you have other other folks. As Brian Flores is going to be interviewed or what have you. You've got teams that are playing now, but I think he's going to resurface. I don't know if it'll be this year, but I don't think we've seen the last of Tomlin head coaching. I think he'll be back.
Anthony, let me ask you a question, since we're in that subject. Who's better coach, him or Jim Harbaugh, that just got that left the Baltimore Ravens? Who's the better coach, you think, in your opinion? I'll go around on this one. Larry, I know you got another topic, Larry, coming. I do want to ask this question. Who do you think?
I'll say Tomlin. Because for the most part, now he came in as the defensive guy, and for the most part, with the exception of the last 4 or 5 years, their defense has always been a top 5 or what have you. I give Harbaugh his due, because he won with different quarterbacks. He won with Lamar, he won with Flacco, but the thing with the Ravens, to me, is that they got stale. I think, and again, Harbaugh, for whatever reason, Tomlin has never been liked in the media in Pittsburgh. I have a running joke that he's been fired 8,467 times since he got the job, and then finally he left on his own today. But yeah, I think, put it this way, I'll say this much: I think both of them will have busts in Canton at some point, but I think Tomlin's just a little bit better.
Pastor Walt, Tomlin or Jim Harbaugh, who's the better coach, you think?
Tomlin, because Harbaugh, I think, had better teams. I mean, like we were just talking about, and like Ant said, since Roethlisberger left, they never had a quarterback. I mean, who are you trying to win with? Playing quarterback. Who's under the center for those teams after Roethlisberger left? He never had another even decent quarterback. He had a washed up Russell Wilson. He never had a decent quarterback after Roethlisberger left. And so the defense has always been on point. The defense was good last night, so the defense has always been good. He's always been searching for a good offensive coordinator to go with that defense. And he's always been in search of a good offensive coordinator and a quarterback. So I think that, Harbaugh is a good coach, but they had, now that same question I said, they had a couple, they should have beat Kansas City, the year before. Run Henry. What are you doing? So I'm saying I would go with Tomlin, because he had Harbaugh had better teams than those
Okay.
Pittsburgh teams.
Go ahead, Legend. Who's the better coach, Harbaugh or Tomlin, in your opinion?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say they're pretty close till Walt said they don't run Henry.
Oh man,
you know what that did? I got that great Tomlin, man. I mean, that's all I could see them failing, man, for not running Henry.
Okay, because
so I
you
gotta
big
go
for Henry.
with
For
Tomlin.
Henry, now where my brother at Henry. All right, Kendall. Who's the better coach? And I go with Big Don.
No question, Mike Tomlin. And I'm going to give you a reason why. John Harbaugh won 1 Super Bowl against his little brother. Most of the time, you kind of know your little brother. And also, John Harbaugh literally has Lamar Jackson and did not win a Super Bowl with him. The year that Joe Flacco was on that tear because he didn't re-sign, he was focused. John Harbaugh didn't win that Super Bowl. Joe Flacco won it on the contract year. Go back that year. So I think that John Harbaugh has shown us that he was a very good, decent coach, second generation. His father was a coach. Brother, was a good football player. Comeback kid is called Jim Harbaugh, the comeback kid. And I think he was a decent coach, but he was stuck in his ways. How can you have Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, and we have an issue on the fact that they're rushing the ball? He just kept the same system intact. So he was winning with the talent that he had, and he never made the adjustments. That's why I say Mike Tomlin was just throwing a team together. I mean, come on. Who's the all-pro quarterback out of Pittsburgh? There were none. But this guy's got a Super Bowl. He's got a Super Bowl with that guy catching it in the end zone. Didn't he beat Kurt Warner in the Arizona Cardinals for that Super Bowl? I mean, and Kurt Warner was, something special back then. So Mike Tomlin.
Hey, go ahead, Don. Who you got, Mike Tomlin or Harbaugh?
I'm going to go with Mike Tomlin, but I'm going to disagree with all those guys with the quarterback. He had Aaron Rodgers. Well, ain't Aaron Rodgers going to go down in the Hall of Fame? Ain't he one of the greatest quarterbacks?
This is old Aaron Rodgers.
That was with Green Bay.
You got to remember,
Geritol Aaron Rodgers. This is not young Aaron Rodgers.
Listen, look, how much did he go through just to get Aaron Rodgers? He must have thought he could do it. He
didn't go through anything
to get that Aaron Rodgers, huh?
I think that was ownership. I don't think that was a Mike Tomlin thing. I think that was ownership one to Aaron Rodgers.
All right, you could be right then. That might be where I'm off at, because I thought the coach wanted them just that bad. I mean, they went through a lot to get Aaron Rodgers, and they had a plan to go all the way that just didn't work. I mean, Aaron Rodgers was supposed to get him over that hump of not having that quarterback, and now all of a sudden you said, and Aaron Rodgers is going to be one of the greatest quarterbacks. Ain't he going to go down in history too?
Yeah, but Don, didn't the Jets pick him up as well with the same hope that he was going to get them over the hump? So just because he didn't do with the Jets, he wasn't going to do it with Pittsburgh either, man.
He was hurt with the Jets, man. So you can't count that. He was
still hurt
with the Jets. He was playing. He was playing last night. He was playing. So
Who said he's still hurt? Who said he's still hurt, Don?
Oh, he ain't hurt. He's just old.
He was playing.
It's feeling hurt.
God, when he left the Jets, anybody that signed him had to have been crazy, man. Come on.
Well,
y'all know
you call it crazy because
the first year he was with the Jets, he got put out for the whole season 4 seconds into the game.
I mean, you guys are blaming him for last night when everybody saw the guy came. What was that?
Metcalf
dropping the ball.
Metcalf.
Yeah, but he couldn't get out his own way. Look how much pressure they put on him.
That wasn't Aaron Rodgers' fault.
No, Aaron
Rodgers couldn't get out the way. He couldn't get out his own way.
Better this year. Aaron Rodgers actually played better this year than he did with the Jets.
Yes,
and like he said, the Steelers is just a better organization than the Jets. I mean, the Jets was just a fiasco, but it was better. But yeah, you can see Aaron Rodgers was just old. Right. A time Aaron Rodgers would have ran the ball last night. He couldn't run. He couldn't do anything.
The guy stuck his feet out there and he tripped. That's what happened.
No. You can see he was old, man. Like you say, he would have ran.
You can see.
Try to run. The guy tripped him.
No, Pastor Walk got a rough tonight. He said they're a fiasco Walt of the Jets, and you called the other guy washing up. The Walt rough tonight, boy. All right.
Hey, listen, Aaron Rodgers is going to be the third best quarterback at Green Bay behind Bart Starr and Brett Favre. He'll be the third in Green Bay on their Ring of Honor.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's actually better. I mean, if you look at it, Aaron Rodgers, what's he got? 4 MVPs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Wait a minute.
You got 4.
Untouchables. Individual achievement.
4 MVPs, bro.
Individual achievement.
Not so.
So
He
one
throws the
Super
ball.
Bowl.
He throws the ball. You know, Aaron Rodgers is a monster. He old now.
He was good in his day, Kendall.
Yeah. In his day.
Brett Favre has a streak, and Bart Starr is going to be their hometown hero. He will be the 3rd-ranked quarterback in Green Bay history.
All right.
Yeah, but Kendall, I agree with you, man. As good as they say he was, he should have definitely won more than one Super Bowl.
Should have won more.
You know what I mean? I don't care how good y'all say he is. It's going to be the same thing with Josh Allen if he don't win one. They talk about how good he is, and he can't get to the promised land.
But you know what the problem is there, Bruce? They would never, you know this, they would never draft a wide receiver. Never. He was like, when they drafted Jordan Love, he was like, how you going to draft another quarterback and I ain't got nobody to throw the ball to? Now they got all these wide receivers.
I understand that. But regardless, he going to go down as he don't need no fingers.
Yeah.
All right, Larry, we're going to move on, but let me just make mention William Bryan is watching, and Michelle Jenkins, and my good friend Johnny Williams. So I want to welcome y'all for watching Sports Talk tonight. I know you're watching on Facebook, but, continue to watch it and enjoy the show. Go ahead, Larry. What's my next topic?
My thing, I answer on this one. The main reason that Brett Favre, I see some stuff last night that I ain't seen in a long time. Brett Favre got a sack by a person laying on the ground. He got pushed back and run over a couple of bodies. The guy just reached his arm out on the ground and sacked him. I have never seen that, and that's how much he couldn't get out his own way.
Come on, Aaron Rodgers.
Looked like he was running on a treadmill.
I told you the man tripped him. He tripped over his man's feet.
Well, his offensive line was no good last night.
Well, here's Aaron Rodgers. Let's give you some Aaron Rodgers statistics. He's a 4-time NFL MVP. He's a Super Bowl champion. He is a Super Bowl MVP, 10 times in a Pro Bowl, 4-time first-team All-Pro, 5th all-time in pass yards, and 4th all-time in pass CD. But all that, individual achievement, 1 Super Bowl.
Well, still, I'm just saying, all I was saying that the Steelers did have a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Let's go into the future.
Go ahead, Larry.
Okay, the Rams.
All right.
The Rams had a really tough game. They went to the Panthers. The Panthers gave them everything they had. Matter of fact, for most of the games, I don't know how the Rams, got in that position because they was doing everything they wanted to the Panthers, but somehow the Panthers would score, and that brings up a big point. If you can drive that quickly on the Rams and get 31 points from the Panthers quarterback, who's not one of the greatest quarterbacks, how are they looking forward going down there? And they're playing Chicago, but Chicago is not the greatest team in the world. But I think playing Chicago, they got a real chance if the Rams don't bring their A game. What do you think, Walter?
Well, hold on, but Larry, what's Chicago record though? What was their record in the regular season?
Chicago was, I think it's.
They have a better record than the Rams.
Yes.
They're not a good team and all that, but their record is 13-3.
But their defense, they give a lot of points.
Still defense or offense. What was their record, Larry? What was their record in the regular season?
I know they won 12 games.
All right, so 12 and 4 or something.
12-5.
All right, 12-5. All right, what was the Rams' record? They should have had a better record than the Rams. Yep. Anyway, go ahead, Walt. He asked you a question about the game coming up. What do you think?
First of all, you're talking about the Panthers. It's all about matchup. Football is about matchup as well. That's why you knew that Wichita was going to win last night because their defense is dominant. I think it's going to be a good game. The Panthers are actually number 1 in the league against play action pass, which is what the Rams do. So they have their strength was what the Rams try to do. play action pass. And the Rams cornerbacks are small, and they just kept throwing it up to the big wide receivers. This is why I'm glad the Eagles are out, because A.J. Brown killed the Rams because they ain't got nobody to match up against them. The Bears don't have that thing. The Bears don't have big wide receivers, so the Rams are going to be just fine. If the whole thing that's going to shake your head, I'm glad Kansas City ain't in this, so you can't shake your head. Anyway.
We'll see. We'll see.
Listen. But the thing is, that cold weather, I'd rather they played, in the afternoon. They're playing at night in Soldier Field. It's going to be cold, man. Rams are from California, unless, and here's the other thing. McVay, to me, he was coaching scared against, I was like, he act like he was coaching not to lose rather than to win against Carolina. If he do that against Chicago, they're going to lose. You got to go out there and win. Because I'm sure that the Chicago's going to try to run the ball down their throat. But the Rams defense is tough, man. But they can't stop the big play. Their cornerbacks they're too small, and they don't play that well. That's their weakness, is their cornerbacks.
All right, who you got next?
Around the window, they're going.
Yeah, you make a big point, Walt, when you said matchups, because look how we judged the previous game with Philly and the 49ers. Because how bad the 49ers looked before that Philly game, we all said, no, we're not going with 49ers. We're going with Philly because they couldn't score no points. They couldn't stop nobody. They come right in there and knock Philly off. So that matchup is very important, man. And they showing you from week to week. It don't matter how you played against somebody else. You better be ready to play against who you're going up against.
That's right. Matchups are important, man. Very important. Go ahead, Kendall.
Well, I think when it came, I'm going to talk about both games because you just brought them up as far as the Rams are concerned. That Philadelphia game, I was scared. I went with Philadelphia. I wanted to just stay off the bandwagon, and forevermore, look what happens when you don't jump on the bandwagon. You lose all the way across the board. I will forevermore be an international, all-time bandwagon jumping sports reporter. I'm going to reclaim my title. Okay, but listen, Brock Purdy, that dude literally had 5 touchdown games like back to back. So he was on a hot streak, and Christian McCaffrey was going off. So the 49ers came in rolling. I knew, and they just fired the offensive coordinator to Philadelphia. So I kind of knew that they had a situation over there. Now, going to that Carolina game, why in the world, like Anthony, because you should come right after me, Anthony, why in the world did they use a little bit more clock before they scored and left time for Matthew Stafford, who is the legendary, right now, Hall of Fame quarterback? I mean, they didn't know how to play the clock. They were too young. As soon as they left the time there, I said, oh my God, it's over. You just knew that Matthew Stafford was going to come back and win. Carolina had it. They were supposed to run a couple plays and just run the clock. And do you know some teams even take like a penalty just to back up, just to run the clock? Left him with too much time. Anthony, do you agree?
Yeah.
As I said before, I thought that they were a year away from really doing something. I think because the division was so lousy, they were able to get in. But in that same vein, though, Kendall, if someone had told me that the Panthers would score 30 points, I just thought they'd have won the game. I mean, my biggest thing was I thought it was going to be a low-scoring, ugly, like a 14-7, 10. The fact that they came back on them twice, that leaves, it showed me that the offense is a little bit better. The one thing the Rams have got to look out for with the Bears, and it's a tough thing to do, is that one, they're able to come back as they've done all year, which is like 7 comeback wins, and the turnover ratio. Their turnover ratio. And it's not anything you can really coach, because it's their defense on paper, the Rams are totally better defensively. It's not even any contest. But the thing that's keeping the Bears in this year, they're getting turnovers, and they're actually comfortable coming from behind. It was almost like when they were up 20, and the Packers were up 21-3, you almost felt like Bears got them right where they want them, and methodically, brought them back. But the fact that it's going to be the last game on Sunday, and it's going to be cold in Chicago, that's going to keep them in the game. I think the Rams can win, but we've been going against the Bears all year, and they've
So who you got, Anthony? Who you got? Just tell me who you got. You did a good talking. Now who you got now?
I'll go with the Rams, but it's going to be I think
who you got, Anthony? Just give me who you got. Who you got, Anthony?
The Rams.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now who you got, Don? Don, talk about a little bit what they was talking about. Then I ask you the same question.
Well, I'm looking at Stafford this year as one of the old pros that need to do something. I'm looking at Josh Allen, so I'm looking at both of those guys coming through this weekend.
Okay.
Both of them.
So you got the Rams.
Yep.
I should write this down, man. I should give me a pen. Let me write all this. So you got the Rams. I know Walt got the Rams. That's his team. He's supposed to. Who you got, Larry? The Rams or you got Chicago? Let's just get to the catch.
I gotta go with the Rams because they got the better team phically.
But like Walt said, they're playing in the cold though. They're playing in Chicago.
They're playing in the cold. Chicago's a tough team, and I tell you, if it's really cold, Chicago have a big advantage.
It's gonna be cold, Larry. If it's really cold, it's gonna be cold. We know it's January. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold. And the question if it's really
but
cold.
Sometimes Rams might adapt, but some people can't adapt when it gets that cold.
All right, you got the Rams. Who you got, Bruce?
Rams.
Who you got, Bruce?
I'm going with Chicago.
Why you go with Chicago, Bruce?
I like the Bears, man. I think Caleb he started out a little slow, but this guy look like he a winner, man. He does look like he just got that thing, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
I didn't like him at first, man. I didn't like him at first, but he grew on me, man. I like Caleb Williams now.
All right. Who you got, Kendall?
Well, I like what Bruce is saying.
Who you got,
Okay,
Kendall?
but I like the Rams unless Chicago wins.
It narrows it down.
Yogi Berra's cousin. Yogi Berra.
That's a good one.
I like all days that end in the letter Y.
Yeah,
I like it.
Now,
Bruce,
I'm gonna go ahead, Don. You gonna say something?
Well, I was just gonna tell Bruce, the Bears can't keep coming back like that. I just don't see it happening again this week. They've been doing pretty good with all that coming back from behind. Your luck run out with that stuff. It's not gonna happen this week.
You ever think they might not have to come back from behind this week?
Whoa!
I know that's their pattern.
You know what I mean?
That's been their pattern. That's all I'm saying.
But Don, I want to say this, and I heard what Pastor Wall said about the cold weather in Soldier Field, and the Bears. They find ways to win, man. They beat Philly. They beat all the good teams that they had to beat. And I just think, personally, the way I saw the Rams play last week, that they won the game, but the other team, I think, lost the game more so than the Rams winning it. Like Kendall said, you don't give Matthew Stafford the ball with a minute left. He gonna come down and do what he got to do. All right, I'll get to the point too. I'll get to the point. I got to pick Chicago, I think, man. I got to pick Chicago. I'm not going to, I told you guys get to the point. I got to go with Chicago because they're playing in Soldier Field, and it's going to be real cold at night. It's going to be cold at night.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Rams can take that kind of weather at night like that. I don't know if they can take that kind of cold weather like that. I don't know.
They can take the weather. You must forget, last year they played Philly in a snowstorm in Philadelphia.
Okay.
But they gave them the only good game of the year. I think they're gonna be fine.
Okay.
Long as McVay doesn't play scared. I mean, he's been playing 13 personnel all year. He barely played it against Carolina. He played with the 3 tight ends. They got Higbee back. I kept saying, "What are you doing?" He looked like he was just trying to hold on to get out of that game. Like he was scared they were gonna lose. You can't play like that. You got to play to win, man.
Larry, give me the Buffalo Bills, man. What you got next? Talk to me.
The Bills and the Broncos up in Mile High Stadium.
That's gonna be a good one. Whoa. Oh my God,
That's gonna be a great game.
Whoa.
It's gonna be cold. Josh gonna be running.
Both teams used to the cold, so don't bring that up with Buffalo because it's cold in Buffalo.
Denver, I think Denver got a better team. Josh is a better quarterback, but I think the defense gets it done, and Denver wins in Denver.
Denver wins in Denver. All right, go ahead, Anthony.
I agree. I'm done. I give them their due for going into Jacksonville and winning, but I think it ends up in Denver
Saturday.
I think again, close, ugly, low scoring game. I think Denver can actually run. I think they'll be able to run the ball a little bit better against that Buffalo defense.
I'm going with Pastor Wall, but didn't both of you guys pick Jacksonville last week?
Yeah, I got no. I had Philly and Houston in the Super Bowl, so I
want to remind you guys. All right, who y'all picked? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Pastor Wall.
Man, I tell you, even that, like you talked about that Jacksonville game, though, but Josh Allen's a bad man. I mean, he's a bad man. They did a quarterback sneak. He ran for 20 yards. He ran for 20 yards on the quarterback sneak. I mean, like, what the heck? Yeah, I'm going with Buffalo, man, because of Josh Allen. The Denver has the better team. I think Josh Allen is on a mission. I mean, you got nobody. You got everybody's out. Philly's out. Kansas City's out. The Ravens out. This is Josh Allen's year, man. I'm going with Josh Allen.
Going with Josh Allen. Who you got, Don?
The Bills. I'm going with Josh Allen.
Yeah, I said before I'm going. See, Josh Allen, I'm worried about him being hurt, but he's showing that will that those big time quarterbacks that we've been looking for him to do every year. He's doing it this year. He went in the tent twice in the game. He came back out and is still ready to play. That's a guy that want to win. This is a quarterback here that showed that he can will that team to win. So I'm definitely going with the Bills on this one, but it's a little scary because he might get hurt.
Yeah, he might get hurt. Yeah. Well, who you got, Kendall?
Well, like you said, Josh Allen goes for a quarterback sneak and goes 20 yards into the end zone. Yeah. He's balling out. Just for argument's sake, just so I can argue with you guys.
No, we're talking about argument. Just tell the truth.
I'm going with Bo Nix, just so I can argue. I think they're in Denver. Right now, he's the only quarterback ever to have back-to-back, start his whole career off with 10-win seasons, and I'm going to go with Denver.
You going with Denver?
That's good, Kendall, because you've been losing lately anyway.
I'm losing all year long. I might as well stay in the losing lane.
Who you got, Bruce?
I'm going with Denver, but I know by the time they play, Kendall be the jump ship anyway. So
oh yeah.
I ain't got to worry about him jinxing Denver.
I'm going with Buffalo, y'all. I'm going with Josh Allen because he'd improved. Like Donald said, he's on a mission, and I just think that he's the better quarterback. And now is the quarterbacks. Some of these quarterbacks going to win these games. You have a great defense. Like I told y'all on the text, I've seen many times. You have a great defense, and that quarterback come in the game, and they tear that defense apart, man. I don't care how good the defense are. Sometimes they just tear them apart, and I think that's what Josh Allen would do to Denver if the game is close. So
Bo Nix don't get no respect, and this gonna be the game that he get all of his respect.
Yeah.
Okay.
This man won 15 games this year.
Okay.
And Denver got a great secondary,
and he don't get no respect.
Okay, now I'm not saying he ain't getting no respect.
He was up for Rookie of the Year. What, last year?
Who's a better quarterback? Him or Josh Allen, though, Bruce?
I mean, you got to give it to the veteran, but he ain't no scrub. I mean, everybody gonna pick Josh Allen.
I'm not saying
everybody gonna pick Josh Allen over him, but that doesn't mean he can't get the job done on his end. See, it's a difference there. He ain't no scrub. I mean, everybody gonna say Josh Allen because he's the polished veteran.
Okay, so Larry, if Denver defense is that good, how good is Buffalo defense? How good is Buffalo defense though?
Buffalo defense is not. You can run on Buffalo all day. You can run on Buffalo.
No, their defense is not that good. That's why I'm saying I'm going with Josh Allen. I ain't even going with the team. I'm going with Josh Allen because Denver has a great defense. I mean, my thing is we've seen that Josh Allen. There's no way in the world that the Buffalo Bills should have beat Jacksonville. Jacksonville was on a heater. Jacksonville just went up there in Denver and manhandled them. I mean, ran up and down the field on them. You know what I mean? There's no way, but Josh Allen just with a hurt leg and a hurt hand and everything else just willed him to win. So I just think, I'm going with Josh Allen.
Okay.
Thank you. You can't play with Josh Allen, that's for sure.
It's just that name. You got to understand that name is just a name now.
And how good has Brandon Cooks been since they picked him up?
He's been good. He's been great.
Brandon Cooks I liked him with the Rams. He get traded every year, but yeah, man, that year they lost the Super Bowl. He was the only one that was catching the ball for the Rams.
Right. Go ahead, give me your next topic, bro. What you got?
The next one is the Seahawks. 49ers going back into their house again after they got knocked out. They're going back into the cave, you know.
Wow. So who you got, Larry? Who you got on that one?
Even though Kittle's out, I think the 49ers are going to, you take them balloons down, bust them balloons down, because the party's over. It's ending in Seattle. I'm going with Seattle.
Go with Seattle. Wow.
By 10.
Who you got, Bruce?
I like Seattle too, man. That defense, man. I like the 49ers too, though. Boy, I tell you, man, I like the 49ers, but that Seattle defense, man, they tough. Man.
Put something on you.
Plus Kittle's out. That was a big loss for them. Man.
Yeah.
That was a big loss. Go ahead, Kendall.
I'm going to go with the 49ers. I don't have that much faith. I think it comes down to the quarterbacks. And I saw what happened to Sam Darnold last year, although he could come through. I know they lost Kittles, but like I said, Brock Purdy had 2 5-touchdown games. And that Christian McCaffrey, who did his thing in Carolina, is probably going to go into the Hall of Fame as a 49er.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going 49ers.
Yeah, the 49ers, okay, over Seattle.
Yes.
Over the Seahawks. Okay. Who you got, Pastor Walt?
Oh, Seahawks. 49ers have all beat up. They lost Kittles, but they won the game against the Eagles. Had no business winning that game, but they did. But no, the Seahawks' defense is awesome, man. I'm going with the Seahawks.
But Pastor Walt, what made you think? What happened to Philly then? I mean, because
something going on the inside. But I watched it, and this is what the guy said. Shanahan simply outcoached him. I mean, Christian McCaffrey, the route that he ran all year long, he did the exact opposite. So they was like, thought he was going out, and he went in wide open. On the other side, the Eagles, with the game on the line, just did four verticals. Just said, run as fast as you can down the field. No creativity, nothing. 4 verticals, just 4 go route. Knocked it down, game over. Instead of getting a hook or a comeback or something different, they did 4. That's why they fired the offense coordinator. I mean, this is the same team they had last year, and they get knocked out at home against a San Francisco team that everybody's hurt. They're on their 4th string linebackers, and they go into Philly and knock them out. My God.
Yeah, but I told them folks, AJ Brown's a big problem, man. He disturbed that whole team, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. People don't see that, man. In the playoffs, you can't. He pouting and arguing with the coach on the side. that disrupt you in the playoffs. Now you can't do that.
But the thing was, Bruce, the coach came to him. He didn't do anything. He came off the field. Sirianni ran down there and yelled at him. Even they was talking on the sideline. They was like, man, I couldn't do that. Michael Strahan said, man, I couldn't. I wouldn't have took that. He said, why are you going down there yelling at the brother? And then, but the thing is, he could have made it up, but he dropped the ball right in his hands and hit him. I said, "Oh man,
I understand that." But see, if I'm AJ Brown and I know I dropped that ball like that, and the coach is on hype and he run up on me, I'm gonna say, "Yeah, you're right," and I'm gonna go sit down.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That would have stopped all that stuff, man. But he want to go back and forth. This is the wrong time, man. We can make it up on the next play.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And plus, Walt, in the playoffs, adrenaline is high, and everybody wants to win. You can't be dropping no ball. If you drop it, I mean, just like that's what I was mad about Aaron Rodgers, that guy Metcalf last night. The window is only so big when you're playing a good defense. You can't be dropping balls on 3rd down, 3rd and 6, and you right there, you dropping the ball. The quarterback gonna be mad, the coach gonna be mad. you can't be doing all that kind of stuff, man. They're paying you good money to catch the ball. I know things happen, but you got to catch that ball, man.
Yeah, but Metcalf had a bad game altogether, man. He wasn't even in the game, man.
No, he think about that $40 million he lost.
Yeah. Well, let me go with Don too. I'm gonna leave Don out. Don, talk about Philly and what that.
Oh, you want me? Well, I don't want to say too much because I can't jinx my boys, so I ain't gonna say nothing. Come to me afterwards.
What the 49ers?
Every time I go with the 49ers because they be hurt, they just lost another guy. So I'm like, oh man, the 49ers hurt. I ain't saying nothing this time.
Don, I carried you all year, man. I was saying, Don, they gonna be all right, man. Don, they gonna be all right. Don, they gonna be all right.
They kept on winning, so
they kept on winning, Don. Boy, I'm telling
you. Jerry, he taking Henry place. He taking Henry place tonight, Jerry.
Taking Henry place tonight. I know. Where my brother at? I get it back on the line.
But if they win, that Kansas City guy better look out because I'm coming for him.
Yeah, but Henry called me first thing this morning, Bruce, and said, "Are you ready for them guys tonight? Do you know they're gonna jump all over you?" I said, "No, they're not." I said, "I'm eating with Steven. I had Buffalo, so they can jump on me all they want about Aaron Rodgers. I have my right pick too." So he called me this morning. He called first thing in the morning. "You ready for tonight?" I said, "What you mean? You know the guy's gonna jump on you tonight?" I said, "Oh, look, I'm not worried about that." Anyway, go on, Larry. What you got next, bro?
Okay, the next thing is the Pats and the Texans.
That's the game. That's the game right there, man. Woo!
That's going to be a barn burner.
And
I think the Pats got the better team, except that one of their corners might be out with a concussion. Hopefully he's back.
That's big. Christian Gonzalez, that's big.
Yeah, but he should be back.
Stroud better not have them 5 turnovers against the Patriots like that.
Wow. I think the Patriots got a complete team. I think the Patriots got the best quarterback, and that's gonna be the difference in the game. I think he can run after they get on him, sack him a couple of times, he can get out of the pocket, and that's gonna be the difference. I think the Patriots beat him at least by 3. Not gonna be a blowout.
If it wasn't for that defense, I see Houston got a tenacious defense. And if it wasn't for that defense, with all them turnovers that CJ had and the whole team, there's nowhere in the world they were supposed to win that game.
That's right. That's what we were saying before you came on. That's right. We were talking about that earlier, being Larry and Donald.
Their defense is just that good, Bruce.
Oh, man.
I'm just waiting to see the 2 coaches. They might suit up and get out there, man. Rabel, man. They're 2 dynamite coaches, man. Defensive oriented coaches. This is going to be a great game. My thing is CJ is the weak link to that team, man. And I know we're going to have them on fire. The thing is, I didn't know Gonzalez was going to be out. I know but the opposite, the equalizer is that is Nico Collins. Is he going to be out too? Because he went out with a concussion too.
Yeah,
that's a big wide receiver. I mean, Kurt showed off. He's the one who won the game.
Yeah,
but
he came right down on his head, man.
He came right down.
And the other wide receiver I think he got something wrong with his leg too for the Texans.
Oh yeah, but that defense, man, they are something special. But I'm with you, Larry. I mean, I think that Drake May is much better quarterback than CJ Stroud. He is their weak link. He can't turn the ball over against that Patriots team.
Right.
He can't turn the ball over, man. Nope. But I'm going with the Texans.
But who got the better defense, Walt? Texan or New England?
Yes, sir.
Texans.
Texans got the best defense in the league.
Man, them boys tough, boy.
So you got the Texans against the Patriots, okay?
Yeah, I'm going
with the Patriots. I'm looking at defense against offense. I'm going with the offense this time. Always like the offensive players better.
Okay, so you got the Patriots.
I'm going with the Patriots. I'm going with the Patriots too. I like Houston defense, but I'm going with the Patriots because their defense is not better, but it's not bad. I mean, you know what I mean? Their coach is a defensive man.
Yeah,
in New England too, right? They're playing in New England, right?
Playing in New England, yeah.
Oh my God, that's gonna be tough in New England, man. I got to go with the Patriots too. Much as I like the Texans, I got to go with the Patriots too.
Yeah, but like what was saying, man. CJ he's a weak link. I've been watching this guy, man, and he makes some he made some bad decisions, man.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if Houston if they won now, Boost. But
no, they can win, but I don't think they're gonna win.
I'm going with New England.
Okay, why?
I think Drake May should be the MVP, although they're going to try to give it to Stafford, even though I think Stafford is a Hall of Fame, great quarterback. I'm going with the MVP of the NFL, and I'm looking at Drake May, MVP, who has not ever had an over 300-yard game. If you ever watch this guy play, man, he's pretty smart. My nephew played quarterback, so I pay attention to the little details. This kid just wins, man. If you watch him, he's pretty solid. I think they really Drew Bledsoe, Tom Brady, Drake May, I think they did pretty well in the quarterback department.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going with the Patriots. Texan, their defense is tough though.
Yes, sir.
It's tough, man. It's tough, man. It's hard. But if the game is close, I'll go with Houston. But because they want a low scoring game, I think they don't want no high scoring game. Because their defense only gonna give up so many points. I don't see Patriots scoring no more than 17 points, to be honest. No more than about 17.
And they'll win 17-14.
And they'll win 17-14. Okay. Who you got next, Larry? What you got?
No, I don't know who's gonna block those defensive ends, man.
That's all I had.
I'm going with the defense, man. I'm going with the defense, man.
Going with the defense?
Yeah, no doubt, man. It's gonna be a great game, though.
Yes,
I'm looking. Yes. That's the only game. Actually, that's the game I'm looking forward to see. But Vrabel's done a great job. You see the guy, he headbutt him and bust his lip. He was like, look. Man, that's gonna be and DeMeco Ryans, he look like he want to play right now, man. That's gonna be a good game. I just think that if CJ don't turn the ball over, I think they're gonna be all right.
But you know what's funny about that? Both of these coaches is coaching for the team that they starred with.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I thought the Patriots should have hired Vrabel last year, man. He was the perfect fit, and I can't stand New England. I live up here, but I don't like the Patriots. But he is the perfect coach for that team, man.
They got it right.
Both of them did, and which goes the perfect team for Texans too, man. Yeah, that's gonna be a good game.
Bruce, let me ask you a question now. Let's take the Buffalo Bills. They got to play the Broncos. You said coming up this weekend, right? And you got the Patriots and you got the Houston playing each other as well. If the Patriots beat Denver, okay, and let's say even if the Patriots beat Houston, would that be an easier path for the Buffalo Bills to make it to the Super Bowl, you think?
Ain't no easy path. With the teams in there now, ain't no easy path.
No easy path? Okay.
No. Anybody in there now could win it.
Come on, the AFC.
In the whole thing.
No, I've never seen it like this before.
The best thing for Buffalo, if they win, they hope the Texans win so they get a home game.
Okay, that's my point. Okay, something like that. They get a home game.
Yeah, but anybody in the National League or the AFL, you know what I mean? Anybody could win it. All these teams in there are capable of winning.
Anybody.
Yeah, I think Seattle. It's open. I think Seattle's the favorite to win it all, though.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they get past San Fran.
No, they're gonna beat San Fran. But it's if the Rams beat Chicago, they're gonna beat Seattle. They own Seattle, so that's the thing. They got to get by Chicago, though.
So you thinking the Seattle beat your boys, the Rams?
No, the Rams own Seattle.
Oh,
but
Seattle. Okay.
I'm saying if the Rams get by Chicago, they'll beat Seattle.
They beat Seattle this year?
Yep. They beat Seattle, and Seattle beat them. They do that. Seattle beat them by 3. Seattle beat them on the game where they threw the ball behind them and it went in the end zone and he picked it up. They gave him 2 points. That's the game Seattle beat them. That's how they beat them.
Okay.
Yeah, but if that's the case, they're playing for the NFC Championship. I think Seattle gonna, it's more at stake.
You think that? That's good.
It's more at stake.
That's the crown right there. Got my hat on.
Oh my God!
More at stake.
I can't wait.
I know Casey at home,
Get down to the nitty gritty, man. The nitty gritty.
Now, when they play Saturday or Sunday?
I'm more worried about the Rams against Chicago than I am about the Rams against either the 49ers or Seattle.
Because they play them less. I don't know much about them.
Right, exactly. And they're playing at night, and it's going to be cold, and it's like you said, it's the last game. And they know the 49ers, and they know Seattle. They play them so many times. So I'm more concerned about this game than I am if they survive it. I think if they survive this game, they're going to the Super Bowl.
What do you think about Caleb Williams?
He's come a long way, man. And I tell you, what a difference a good coach make. Because he looked like he was going to be a bust. You know, it's like, oh man, this guy, he always, you know, he relies on his athleticism, always being the greatest athlete on the team, on the field, making them crazy plays. But now with a good coach, man, he's balling out, man.
He almost had that label bust. He definitely almost had it.
Yep. Look at
you said that early in the season about the coach.
They were looking at Jacksonville. They was like, well, you know, he's supposed to be the greatest quarterback, the best prospect that came out since Andrew Luck. And it was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. But look at him. They got a coach, and now they was comparing him with Josh Allen this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a difference a coach makes.
Yep.
What a difference a coach makes. You're right about that, man. Oh, my God. All right, so a question, man. Larry, Philly. What did Philly got to do, man, to get back on track, man?
Oh, wow. They got to do in-house. First of all, they got to get rid of their problem. You know,
what's the problem?
A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown. He's a problem. Anytime you go and you mess up the house, you know what I'm saying? If you have somebody that disagrees with what's going on and want to be the star and want more attention on them than on the team, you got to get rid of that. That's a poison.
Right.
You know, you got to get that out of the locker room. And that's the first thing they got to do. Trade him. Try to trade him to somebody. Try to get something for him.
Trade him to the Rams.
Get something for him. Because he's just like Brown that came from the Steelers. Yes. He's a cancer.
Like Antonio Brown.
Maybe it's the last name, man. Maybe it's the last name.
but why would you want to award if they say he's a cancer?
Oh, he's a great player, man. Trade him to the Rams. Yeah, trade him to the Rams, no doubt.
They
He
said
wouldn't fit because you got two great.
Hold on, both of you are talking. Both of you are talking.
Hold on. No, because Wichita, as you saw in that, and you saw in the Carolina game, Devontae Adams is old too. I mean, he threw him a bomb and he couldn't catch up with it. You know, it went right over his head. Years ago, that would have been 6. You know, he couldn't get to it. You know, I know he pulled his hamstring. His last game he played trying to get, you know, to a pass to Stafford doing. So you can see that Devontae Adams is on the downswing. A.J. Brown is a beast, man.
Yeah,
I traded A.J. Brown for Devontae.
They said the same thing about Pickens in Pittsburgh.
They said that he was.
They didn't have no problem with him in Dallas.
Pickens ain't showed his true face yet. Where'd you get his money? Next year?
we're gonna keep it as yet.
Wait till you get paid. Wait till you get out of the base to see what they're gonna do. He got to show you something else.
Yeah, long as yet, we all right.
Go ahead, Don. What do you think Philly's problem is, man? What do you think Philly got to do, Don?
I don't know. Hurts did take responsibility, which means I look for him to try to do something better next year, but I really don't know. I don't even know if getting rid of Brown, I don't know. To me, it was just so much going on in the locker room, I can't call it.
Okay. You think the locker room? It was more the locker room?
Yeah, it was a lot going. It had to be a lot going on. Like they keep talking about A.J. Brown and you know, Hurts not being able to take control because he's supposed to be the leader. You know, it had to be a lot going on in Philly because they have all the talent they need to go all the way. But
even the running back, he didn't do what's the running back name again?
See, we ready to forget his name already.
Saquon.
Yeah,
we ready to forget his name already. We ready to forget his name already. Saquon Barkley, we ready to forget his name.
But the offensive line was beat up, Jed.
That's what it is.
They didn't even do the push. They didn't even do the push because the line. Yeah, they didn't even do the tush push that much this year because the line was beat up. They couldn't even do it. And that was their bread and butter last year. I mean, they would do it 3 times in a row to get a first down. This year they barely did it because the offensive line was hurt.
Doing too many
Yeah,
commercials.
but they had more problems, like Don was saying. The offensive coordinator, they didn't run. They did the same thing almost that they did to Jackson in Baltimore. They changed Hurts' game. You know, he's a runner. You know that when they won it, they had him and Barkley was complimenting each other running.
Running,
you know
yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
And they stopped Hurts from doing that, man. And everything went backwards. But the best thing they did it right away. They got rid of their offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
Yeah.
I agree. But you know, they had a lot of turmoil last year and they won the whole thing. They was talking about running Sirianni out of there last year, man.
Yeah.
And they won the whole thing. So
yeah, but see, AJ Brown is like the Draymond Green of football, man. You need them, but they don't need all that other stuff, man. That size.
yeah,
stuff.
no doubt. I agree with that.
It's tough to play in Philly too, man, because you know the crowd started booing, and you know they do the same thing to the Sixers. Philly is rough anyway, man. It's hard.
Philly's rough, man. You don't know they're gonna catch a lot of heat this offseason. You know, you defend the champs, and it's not even the thing. You lose to a 49er team that's banged up. The wide receivers are hurt, and then you lose Kittle, and they still.
Yeah.
And their defense. I mean, Bosa's out, Warner's out, Warner's backup is out, and they still won. That's the thing, man.
And what? O'Donnell said he ain't gonna say nothing. He back there, he in though.
Yeah,
I ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, he living the dream, man.
Every time I open my big mouth, my size 14 fall up in there. So I ain't saying nothing.
Don, you living the dream, man. There's no way to win. This is Shanahan's best year, man. All them years they were supposed to win it and lost. This year they ain't supposed to do nothing, and they
should get coach of the year.
I think so. It's going to be out of him and Vrabel. They went from 4 wins last year to yeah.
All right, Brother Kendall, close us out in prayer tonight, bro.
Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, I thank you once again, Father, for us coming together for Sports Talk, Father. I thank you, Father, for what you're going to do at the Dixon Community Q House on March 28th. We're going back home, Father. Guide us, Father. Love us, Father, as we love you. The relationship with Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior. We thank you, Father, for all that you're doing through us, for us, with us. And we thank you, Father, for this vehicle, KMI and WJRG, and everything that you're doing through the Jerry Green Network, as well as Big Don Productions, Father. So I thank you, Father, in advance for what you're going to do with us, through us, for you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All right, you guys, if you're available Friday night, I know, Pastor, you got a lot going on, but if y'all available Friday, we're going to